started when I started working at a kids group home.
When I was born.
When my dad passed away.
It all started when I was addicted to meth.
I was diagnosed when I was 50.
The doctor who delivered me dropped me on my head, and I immediately started having convulsions.
I saw the services my clients were getting and how they were growing in a sense.
I was depressed and I started picking up some drinking.
I had a hard life, a rough life.
As a child, I was very angry all the time for no reason. I started doing drugs.
I wish I never started.
That's around when I started therapy. Worked through a lot, especially a suicide attempt with my friends.
I wasn't actually diagnosed with a mental illness until I was in my early 30s.
I was diagnosed with issues, but never followed through on educating myself or learning about them.
There was a lot of trauma that had happened between my childhood up until my 30s.
So I just went through life being angry, upset, not knowing, thinking I was a bad person.
I still remember that day and how intense it was, and thankfully I did have my therapist, so I was able to speak with them about it and work through it.
I will never get rid of my mental illnesses, but I will get better on a daily basis from learning, from educating, from sharing, for being there for other people who aren't aware of MI.
Now I'm still waiting for that call, waiting for that version of me to call in, not knowing what to do and wanting to help them out, and now knowing how to do it. What's hardest for me is still getting outside of that comfort zone.
Because I don't have support and I don't have nobody to talk to, so it's hard for me to live by myself.
Reminding myself that I come first and my mental health comes first.
Knowing that I have this and it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
It's hard for me to manage the other symptoms from my addiction, such as anxiety and depression.
Trying to find different ways to work on myself without putting myself through too much.
I'm not great at self-care.
Waking up every day and knowing that I have to start out with myself being grounded and being in control.
I always try to convince myself that that's how we grow.
I'm challenging myself actually right now to step back and allow myself time to breathe and relax.
I'm the one that has to take care of me.
And focus on who I am as a person and where I want to be as a person.
And to deal with what I have to deal with, which are my mental illnesses.
But that's the hardest part, getting into that uncertainty. What really helps me is my supports, like my wife, my family, who help me recognize how far I've come and what's there in the future.
Talking it out with other people who've experienced the same things I have in my own recovery.
To benchmark how far I can go.
The one thing that I think helped me, honestly, was finding peer support. I didn't even know peer support existed.
The happiest thing for me is coming to hope.
I will go to the ends to find out the support that I need, the programs I need, the education that I need.
I immediately fell in love with the atmosphere, the community, the support.
Learning about something that you're going to have the rest of your life is your best tool to better yourself and to accept yourself.
Now I've been in the field for about six and a half years, and I feel that the best thing that helps me is to continue to provide support.
And I believe that with kindness and caring and education and medication, these things can all live to give you a better life and a better understanding and a better heart.
It's a really good challenge for me to stay healthy in my mental recovery. That way my members, as well as my friends and family, can know that I'm there for them and that I am a good role model
And it's hard for me to see that. So to have somebody kind of show me or help me see it, that helps me a lot. What I want you to know is you're worth trying out those supports.
There are people out there who've experienced the same things that are willing to listen and talk.
Those places to help you out.
Working through our difficulties, it's a very personal thing.
If you're unsure or worried about who else is off worse, those are all common thoughts we all have.
There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with us.
It's okay to need help.
We just have things that we have to learn how to control on a daily basis.
We all need to be a little bit more compassionate and empathetic towards one another.
There is help out there.
You should just never give up hope.
You're worth getting some help.